Former CIA Director and Defense Secretary Robert Gates was highly critical of President Trump during the campaign. He called him unfit to be commander-in-chief. But Gates says he is heartened by President Trump's cabinet picks. It was Gates who suggested that the president consider Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State. Gates told me last night he still has concerns about President Trump's stance toward Russia.
There's a real question about what Russia, where is Russia, what is the relationship between Putin and the president?
I am concerned about the president's apparent unwillingness to criticize the Russians. He's acknowledged that the Russians were behind the hacking, but in terms of Russia's aggressiveness, its meddling, its interventionism, its general bullying and thuggery, those are real. That's real behavior.
You must have talked to him about this because, I mean, you're a Russian expert.
Well, I told him
what
basically...
does he say when somebody with your credibility says to him, you got it wrong about Russia?
I told him the same thing that I said in the Senate hearing introducing Rex Tillerson for his nomination hearing. I said, your administration is going to have to thread the needle and figure out how, on the one hand, to push back against Putin's aggressiveness and meddling and interventionism, and at the same time stop a continuing downward spiral in the U.S.-Russian relationship that is potentially quite dangerous. But they've got to do both sides of it. They've got to thread the needle, and there has to be some pushback.
Thread the needle?
You got to figure out a policy that does both. You can't just be accommodating to Russia and look for deals with Russia. You also have to be willing to push back against Putin, because he is a guy who he has the old line used about Premier Khrushchev: "What's mine, mine, and what's yours is negotiable."
Gates also says he believes President Trump's foreign policy rhetoric is causing other nations to rethink their relationships with the United States.
Really interesting.
Very interesting. You think the Trump administration is listening?
I suspect
What do
so.
you have to say? Yeah.
I don't know if the president has as much time to watch television as he used to.
Yes. He's very busy. You're right.